Could you start off maybe telling us a little bit about yourself and how you got into music?
Sure. So for me, I always loved to sing. When I was little, I used to run around the house singing. My mom and dad never put me in music lessons. I didn't start music lessons until I was like 10, way older. I loved Shania Twain. I spent a lot of time with my grandparents growing up, both my mom and dad. My mom's a figure skating coach. My dad's a hockey coach. So they were always at the arena every single night. And so I spent a lot of time with my grandparents growing up. And Shania Twain was always on. So my grandpa and I used to sit and sing Shania Twain. And then he actually ended up getting really sick when I was just 9. And he asked me to come over and sing to him. And I was like, yeah, I guess I can do that. And then I honestly don't remember this, but apparently I asked to sing at the funeral. And I did sing. And then it was in that moment that I was like, oh, I love music. I was like, this is such a special thing. So I think it was like that turning point for me where it took something so sad and like tragic in a way that I was like, wow, music can really impact people. Like, this is such a cool kind of like, if I'm fortunate enough to have this gift where I love to sing and I want to perform, then I should use it. So it was when I was 9, I was like, I'm going to be a singer.
Yeah, that's awesome. You've released a lot of original music as well. So yeah, it's really awesome. Really fortunate enough to get to play on some of your tracks for our virtual jam events that we've had, including your newest single, Without Me. Can you explain maybe a little bit about your process for the studio when you put together your studio version of Without Me? Because every artist has a little bit of a different process.
Yeah, for sure. I like to know what's going on. So like when I'm in the studio, like I'm totally like, I love to have fun, don't get me wrong, but I kick into like this focus mode. And it's so weird. It's so funny because I'm like, no, we're focusing. Everything else I had released prior to Without Me, I was still in school. So it made it tough to kind of get to the studio, try to do school, try to do everything. So Without Me was the first time I actually got to sit and watch the whole entire process kind of happen. I'd been there for a couple like guitar tracking sessions or whatever, but I watched everything for it. So it was really cool. And like vocally, we were able to get the take done in one day, which was really different. And I don't know, Without Me is such a different vibe than what I normally put out. And I've said that I was so scared to release it. Like I kind of went back and forth and I was like, I don't know if I want this to like be released. I don't know if I want this to come out there. And because it is a little bit more, not all my songs are personal, but this one just has a little bit more of a personal touch on it than some of my other stuff that I've released. We tracked the guitar, we did like a guitar track first, and then I went in and did my vocals. And then I came back the following week to hear everything get layered on top. So it was cool. We did it a little bit different than normal, but it was fun. It was great. The writing process for this one too was, I wrote it, co-wrote it with a guy named Sean Moore. And when we sat down and wrote the song, I was trying to write a happy song that day with him, and I'm like, I just need a happy song. And he's like, you don't seem very happy right now. And I was like, I have so many emotions. And then being a 22-year-old girl, so many emotions. And then he's like, why don't we just write a song about how you're feeling? So as I said, it's like it was a very vulnerable song and like really putting myself out there. But it was great.
Awesome. So would you like to play a song for us?
Sure. Yeah, I would love to. Actually, because we talked about Without Me, why don't I start with Without Me? Are you sitting at the bar with a bottle of Jack? Are you spinning old bottles in the man in black? Are you lost without me, wondering what to do? Where are you? Are you throwing it down in that old jukebox? Are you drinking it straight? We're on the rocks. Are you looking back at us, thinking it through? Where are you? Are you out on the town? Or are you stuck like me, trying to figure it out? I wonder every day if you found your way. I've been sitting here trying, but I'm having trouble finding the way I was before. Love settled the score. I guess it wasn't meant to be. So I hope you found your way without me. Without me. Not what you see every time you blink, and how you smoke when you drink. All the reasons she can't love you. Is that what I do? Am I going crazy? Or are you feeling the same?
Awesome. How does it feel to be back gigging?
So I'm at a place, it's called The Heights. So it's kind of like Barrie-ish. It's in a little place called like Ormadante, really. We're kind of between Aurelia and Barrie. And I played here all last summer. And then they have me actually, it's funny because I'm literally on like this platform in the middle of a field. So I'm so far away from everybody, but it's still so cool because they're always so busy on Thursday nights because they only open on Thursdays and Fridays for their pub nights. And it's so fun to just be back and playing live music.
Another source of how I heard about you was through North Code and when they did the Emerging Art at Redfest.
That's definitely one of my top favorite live performances. The whole Burlington committee there, they do such a great job. And the way they take care of their artists, we had so much fun just even backstage. We're like, do we have to go on stage? We love being backstage because it was set up so nicely. But it was cool. That was a great experience because, I got to meet all of them. And I still keep in touch with them. I love them. They're all wonderful people. And there's another girl, Haley, who I had actually known prior to the Redfest. I'd known Haley for a couple years. We actually played a gig together like 4 or 5 years ago. And it was just so great. And my day, it poured rain. And so, which was fine, because last summer, every single gig I played poured rain. I couldn't win. Like, it didn't matter. At that point, I was like, whatever, I'm just embracing the rain. But we got chanted for an encore, which was it was so great. The whole set was so much fun. And then they're like, encore. I'm like, you want an encore from us? It was cool.
That's awesome. So would you like to play another song for us?
Yeah, this one's called Just Friends.